Yeah. Good evening, all the respected doctors from Solapur IMA branch. I, Dr. Ganesh Naikwadi, Marketing Head of JB Chemicals, welcome you all for this very innovative and interesting journey of exploring legends in the medical field. And so this program has really given us a great motivation and inspiration to connect with uh, really great leaders from this field of medical faculty. And we are thinking of launching this program all over India also with the approval from the associations, respective associations. And we are thinking of launching this program across the India. As far as our brands are concerned, sir, we have every program, sir, we introduce our brands. And this time, sir, I would like to say thanks for your and support for all the brands that we are having, right from Metrogil, which is our legendary brand since 1946. Now we have, sir, with us Metrogil ER also for better convenience and compliance for the patients. Along with this, sir, we also have a great wound care basket with us, right from Metrogil P, Metrogil Gel, Metrogil M, and also, sir, we have recently launched Cadexomer with the brand name Cadomar, which is basically into exuding wounds. And first time in India, sir, we have brought this product. I request, sir, please try on some of your patients and see the results. Uh, Thank you so much, sir, for giving us the opportunity and making us partner in this journey of exploring the various regions from Solapur IMA team. Thank you so much, sir. With this, sir, I would like to hand over the session to Dr. Raichu, sir.
Fine, fine. Thank you, Dr. Ganesh.
Thank you,
So,
sir.
friends, welcome again to the 8th episode of Medical Legends of Solapur, a joint venture of Indian Medical Association Solapur and JB Chemicals and Pharmaceuticals. At the outset, let me thank both these associations for giving me an opportunity to talk with yet another legend at Solapur. And as you all know, today's legend is Dr. Vishwanath Iyer, senior most orthopedic surgeon at Solapur, who is a retired professor and head of the department at Dr. VM Medical College. Friends, before going to the actual interview, let me remind you, next Sunday, same time, same place, we are going to meet Dr. B.S. Birazdar, a senior oncosurgeon from Solapur. So don't forget to lock in next time. Good evening and welcome Iyer sir to this program of Medical Legends of Solapur.
Thank you so much, Sachin. I should thank the IMA and the JB Chemicals and Pharmaceuticals for allowing me to be here to be talked by you. Yes, please, you can ask me.
Thank you, sir. Sir, you have spent your childhood in Tamil Nadu. Then how did you shift to Maharashtra?
Hey, I am the 13th child of my parents from a low middle class family. In this 80-year-old photograph, I am being held by my father. Since my father had the transferable job, I have done my schooling in different cities in Tamil Nadu. While studying in Trichy in 9th standard, my father became hemiplegic, invalid, and so we had to shift to Pune with my brother who settled. It was a drastic change, everything from Tamil to Marathi and Hindi, but I had to manage it. I did my 10th and 11th and I passed SSC examination in 1953 from Pune. For my further studies, I shifted to my another brother at Bombay, did my colleging and medical college there. That is how I came to Maharashtra actually.
Sir, was there anyone to guide you in the family? And how did you select orthopedics as your specialty?
See, though I had many senior brothers, as I told you, I was the last child. Even then, there was not many people who could guide me. And all the decisions in my life have been taken by me personally. For example, even becoming a doctor was my own wish. Becoming an orthopedic surgeon, then my marriage, my shifting to Solapur, private practice or full-time job, every decision has to be taken by me only. The next picture shows the first MBBS which I spent in Arthur Road Hospital. We used to have the lectures there, the infectious disease hospital. The other classmates that you see are plastic surgeon Dr. Ravindra Tatte and neurosurgeon Kailash Bakshi. We three and two more I had made a trip to Pune and back by bicycle. It was a real adventure. And regarding how I went to orthopedics, it is an interesting story.
Mhm.
In a clinic during the internship, the boss asked me a question. The boss asked in general a question on anatomy. I was the only one who could answer that question. That was decided that I'm going to give an orthopedic surgeon. That is how I
That's great.
became orthopedics. I took orthopedics.
Yeah. Sir, we'd like to know about our teachers' teachers. At the same time, we'd also like to know how come you decided to settle down at Solapur?
Okay, as I told you, I was in Nair Hospital. My guide was late Dr. Professor M.V. Sant, and it was not very easy, difficult to get orthopedics. Because I had already decided I got orthopedics, and Dr. M.V. Sant and the other bosses were all general surgeons, designated as professor in orthopedics. We also had a pool officer, Dr. Chobal, who has in fact shaped my life. Dr. Chobal used to visit Solapur Wadia Hospital once a month for corrective polio surgeries on behalf of the Rotary Club. He was aware of the orthopedic potential of Solapur. He was also knowing that the medical college needs an orthopedic surgeon. He suggested that I apply. After my MS, I did apply, came for the interview, and got selected. That's how I'm in Solapur now.
Okay. Sir, Iyer ma'am was equally famous teacher. In fact, I remember I did one anesthesia house course just because I used to like the departmental atmosphere in anesthesia.
So, see, myself and late Dr. Sudha had met up during our residency time.
How did you meet her?
We were, she was
More
doing
about your love marriage also.
what? She was
How did
doing
you?
a residency in anesthesia while I was doing in orthopedics. And we had planned to get married after we settled down. Obviously, my parents were against the marriage, she being a Maharashtrian. But my sister could convince my mother. We married 2 months after I joined Wadia Hospital. She got a job straight away in the college and started the department in civil hospital, anesthesia department. It was a fascination at that time to see a lady giving anesthesia. I'm talking about 1966 or 67. Meanwhile, my father in Mumbai sustained a cracked intertrochanteric fracture femur. So I had to bring him to Solapur. My parents came to live with me. Sudha could adjust as per my mother's wish at home. She became very popular and so also her department. In 1983, actually, she conducted the Maharashtra State Anesthesia Conference in the medical college with Dr. Sushil Kumar Mr. Sushil Kumar Shinde as the chief guest. Dr. Bhogishan is also seen. She was the one responsible for starting the Solapur branch of the Indian Society of Anesthesia. In spite of being a full-timer, she was the one who insisted on fixing the anesthesia charges in private. After she passed away in 1991, a lecture in her memory is being conducted every year by the department.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, initially at Wadia Hospital and later on at government hospital, you were very much academically involved. So something about that, sir.
I joined Wadia, as I told you, in October 1966. I had cordial relationship with everyone. General Surgeon, Senior General Surgeon Dr. R.B. Karchanis, whose son is settled down in Mumbai as an orthopedic surgeon. He was very helpful. He used to encourage me for all major surgeries, giving moral support. And Dr. Varedkar was also there. He was my earlier teacher at Bombay. And the anesthetist, Dr. Nene, was my classmate in Nair Hospital. Overall, thus my tenure at Wadia Hospital was very, very enjoyable. The Department of Orthopedics and Pediatrics were only at Wadia Hospital at that time. In 1974, the government took over the Vaishampayan Memorial Medical College, which was private. Honorary orthopedic post was advertised. I took up the post in 1977. The department was shifted to civil hospital where I continued till I retired in 95. My teaching continued even after retirement from civil. I was the DNB guide at Cosmat Hospital in Bangalore from 1966 to 2001. I was also visiting professor, visiting once in a week to KBN Medical College, Gulbarga, from 2001 to 2005. Meanwhile, Ashwini Hospital and Rural Medical College called me as a DOR guide 2003 to 2008. MS and DOR were started at Civil from 1979 and has been continued still. Between me and Dr. Daga, who was my associate, we must have had about 200 students who are all settled all over India. Many have become even professors. Yeah.
Sir, you were very much involved in PG teaching at Civil Hospital. Later on, even formed the Solapur Orthopedic Society. So how exactly it happened, sir?
Something about the postgraduate teaching at Civil. Because we were continuously engaged with OPD, emergency and surgery. The only suitable time was 8 o'clock at night for us. So we used to have the teaching program at 8 o'clock in the night. And it was twice a week where guest presentations, seminars, journal clubs were conducted. Sometimes this can go up to even 11 p.m. too. The Solapur Orthopedic Society was officially formed in 1990 at the hands of Professor K.V. Chauvel. Late Dr. Bowdekar and Dr. Inganallikar accompanied him. This is Dr. Chauvel speaking on the occasion. Dr. Mrs. Varerkar, who was the dean at the time, can also be seen. This society was then formed. It was not only Solapur surgeons, but also surgeons from the neighboring districts like Tuljapur, Osmanabad, and Latur. I mean, they were all members, not only Solapur.
Sir,
activities to the society were very, very clear. First was main clinical meetings every day, every first Wednesday, where our members used to present cases. Then continuing medical education, workshops on recent techniques like interlocking nailing, Elizero methodology, just fixator for calipers, etc., were also done on behalf of our society. Then regional conferences, that means district level conferences were held in 2011, 2013 at Solapur, again by our society. Then we had also Maharashtra State Conference twice earlier, 1994 and 2002 on behalf of our society. It is not only academic, we also had family get-together, picnics, recreational activities like cricket, etc.
Hello. Can I interrupt you, sir? Just a minute.
Yes, please. Yes.
Hello.
Yeah. Tell me, Sachin.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. Actually, I remember how you used to inculcate discipline in your students. I remember how you used to inculcate discipline in your students. How you used to promote your students in academics.
Yeah.
We have got a video praising the same from one of your students settled at Kolhapur, Dr. Rajendra Abhyankar. May I remember Sandeep to please play video of Dr. Rajendra Abhyankar.
नमस्कार, मी डॉक्टर राजेंद्र अभ्यंकर, ऑर्थोपेडिक सर्जन, कोल्हापूरमध्ये 34 वर्ष प्रॅक्टिस करतोय. अय्यर सरांचा स्टुडंट, सोलापूरमध्ये शिकलो. अय्यर सर म्हटलं की सोलापूर ऑर्थोपेडिक आणि VM मेडिकल कॉलेज सोलापूरचा एक खांबी तंबू, वन मॅन शो हे नजरेसमोर येतं. सरांच्याकडनं गुरु म्हणून आम्ही ज्या बऱ्याचशा गोष्टी शिकलो, ऑर्थोपेडिक तर नक्कीच शिकलो, पण बाकीच्या सुद्धा ज्या गोष्टी होत्या की जसं काही त्यांची पंक्च्युअलिटी, वक्तशीरपणा, प्रत्येक कार्यक्रमाला, प्रत्येक सर्जरीला, क्लिनिक्सला ते अगदी वेळेवर जायचे. बऱ्याच हॉस्पिटलमध्ये ते जायचे, तिथं देखील त्यांची वेळ कधी चुकायची नाही. दुसरी गोष्ट त्यांच्याकडून शिकलो म्हणजे कष्ट करण्याची तयारी. अथक कष्ट म्हणजे काय असतात हे सरांच्याकडून बघून आम्ही शिकलो. सकाळी पहाटे 4ला त्यांचा दिवस सुरू व्हायचा. हॉस्पिटलमधली सर्जरी, तिथली कामं आटपून सर रेल्वे हॉस्पिटलला जायचे, तिथून सिव्हिल हॉस्पिटलला यायचे, तिथली सर्जरी, मग OPD संपवून परत दुपारी आपल्या हॉस्पिटलला OPDला जायचे. रात्री आमचे काही क्लिनिक्स असतील तर परत क्लिनिक्सला यायचे किंवा रात्रीच्या सोशल फंक्शन्सना पण हजेरी लावायचे. रोटरीमध्ये पण सर ॲक्टिव्ह होते. म्हणजे पहाटे 4ला सुरू झालेला त्यांचा दिवस जवळपास रात्री 12-1 वाजेपर्यंत चालायचा. पण या सगळ्या ह्याच्यामध्ये सिन्सिअरिटी कुठं कमी नसायची. प्रत्येक गोष्ट ते अतिशय सिन्सिअरिटीने करायची. या गोष्टी आम्ही त्यांच्याकडनं शिकलो. तसंच सतत अपडेट राहणं ही एक महत्त्वाची गोष्ट सरांच्याकडनं शिकलो. त्यानं मला आठवतंय की सर आर्थ्रोस्कोपी जेव्हा नवीन आली तेव्हा स्वतः जपानला जाऊन आर्थ्रोस्कोपी शिकून कॅमेरा घेऊन आले होते आणि आम्हाला सगळ्यांना त्यांनी ते शिकवण्याचा प्रयत्न केला. इलिझॉरॉव आले नवीन, त्यावेळेला देखील इलिझॉरॉवमध्ये अभ्यास करून ते भारतभर इलिझॉरॉवचा प्रसार करण्यासाठी फिरत होते. या गोष्टी देखील सरांच्याकडनं आम्ही शिकायला मिळाल्या. ऑर्थोपेडिक सर्जन म्हणून जशी आमची डेव्हलपमेंट झाली तशी पूर्ण पर्सनॅलिटीची आमची डेव्हलपमेंट होण्यामध्ये सुद्धा सरांचा फार मोठा वाटा आहे असं म्हणायला हरकत नाही. जशा काही गोष्टी ऑर्थोपेडिक सर्जन असं म्हटल्यावर लोकांच्या डोळ्यासमोर येतात त्यातलं एक प्रत्येक गोष्ट हेड ऑन घेणं, म्हणजे बघूया करूया वगैरे असं काही प्रकार सरांच्याकडे नसायचं. तसेच सोशल रिलेशन्स, म्हणजे मला आठवते मी मागे एका लेखात पण लिहिलं होतं की रस्त्यावरच्या अपंग भिकाऱ्यापासून ते मंत्र्यांच्यापर्यंत सरांचे रिलेशन अतिशय चांगले असायचे आणि मी नक्कीच या सगळ्या गोष्टी सरांच्याकडनं शिकलो. या सगळ्या गोष्टी जर बघितल्या तर सर नक्कीच सोलापूरचे एक लिजंड आहेत आणि या लिजंडच्या आत्ताचा हा जो कार्यक्रम आपण घेतोय त्याच्यासाठी माझ्यातर्फे शुभेच्छा. धन्यवाद.
Thank you, Dr. Abhinkar, for sending this video to us. Sandeep, may I request you to add those people are waiting in the waiting room? I think Dr. Swapnil Kothadia, Chitra ma'am, they are requesting me to add them in this meeting. Please do that. Thank you, sir. Shall we continue with your further academic journey now?
You can see the photographs of various clinical meetings in progress. This is the monthly clinical meeting that we used to have on behalf of this society. Then the surgical techniques have been evolving. I myself had to learn newer techniques and then teach the students. This shows me attending a workshop at Miraj, learning the locking plate technique which was recently introduced at that time. Then the workshops being conducted at Solapur, like Elizaro technique and total knee replacement. The next one shows I working as a faculty in a Elizaro workshop in Bangalore. Then we hosted the first MOACON. The MOACON means a Maharashtra Orthopedic Association Conference that Solapur hosted. Then this is the second orthopedic conference in 2002 at Solapur. As recently as 5 years ago, we hosted the third time the Maharashtra State Orthopedic Conference. The next is at the Maharashtra Conference at Kolhapur with the past students. Then besides this MOACON, I used to attend the national conferences every year, almost whenever possible. And this is showing me presenting a paper at Bangalore in 1994. Next one shows the photograph with colleagues at Chennai. And the next one shows at Bhubaneswar National Conference, that is IOACON, chairing a session along with Tanna. The next photograph shows with Dinesh Kale.
Yeah. Sir, you have also worked at Germany and Iran. Can you please tell us about your foreign visit as an orthopedic surgeon?
Okay. The first one was in 1971 on behalf of German Academic Exchange Service Scholarship. I worked in Heidelberg, West Germany for 18 months. Mainly as a resident, though I was already was qualified. I attended AO fixation course on cadaveric bones in Davos, Switzerland, which was not very far off from Heidelberg. In this photograph, you see my friend, Dr. Parsh, who was very helpful to me throughout the 18 months which I was there, and the one Indian couple whom I befriended. The next photograph shows the ice on the under the floor, under the feet, and 17 degrees centigrade. My impression about the orthopedics that time was that they are not very great about, nothing great about them. Whatever we used to do, cane nailing femur, in about say 1 hour, they used to take about 2-3 hours. And so many preparations that we made. So not all, except that everything was systematic, that's the main thing. Then the next was in Iran. I was deputed by the government of India to work as consultant in 1976. I worked in Bandar Bushehr for 18 months. It was a pleasure working there because everything was available. Only the surgeon had to be there, and surgeon was there. Two more consultants from Solapur were there. You can see Dr. N.G. Deshmukh, senior radiologist, and Dr. Dr. Natkani, pathologist, who is not there in the photograph, who was also there. The next was at 1994. I was invited to give a lecture at Princess Margaret Hospital, Perth. That is the photograph on the left side. And St. George's Hospital, Sydney, on congenital foot deformities in children being treated by Just Fixator. So this photograph was from Sydney. Then I was invited to present my paper at the orthopedic conference at Moscow in 2004. And this is at Baku, Azerbaijan. I gave a talk on how to be correct in your technique every time.
Your students are now enjoying top positions all over the world. I have got a video from Muscat, that is Oman, from my dear friend, my classmate, Dr. Vivek Savaskar. May I request Sandeep to please play a video of Dr. Vivek Savaskar.
Hello, good evening everybody. Thank you Dr. Jamma for giving me this opportunity to talk about Dr. Iyer sir, and this is really a privilege for me and my family to talk about him. As a postgraduate teacher, when I was doing a post-graduationship with him, it was really wonderful time to do a registrar post and a lecture post with him. For every person, it is very important to have a good mentor, and I have seen a good quality in him. The confidence, the trust which he has shown us at that time has built up my relations with my patients, and I remember him in every aspect with all the surgeries which I do it time to time overseas. It is really a privilege and to be with him as a teacher, and also his experience which he gives, the attitude and the love and the trust which he gives to the students is very key in developing the qualities of the student. I have seen him as a good personal also, and a very lovable personal, and as a teacher, a very fatherly attitude. I was very happy to see him in Oman when he visited 2 years back in Muscat, and I could able to exchange few thoughts and visit many places with his family, and I was really very happy at the time. I wish him a very excellent life and a very healthy and wealthier life ahead. And thank you so much for inviting me and giving my feelings for Dr. Iyer sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivek, for sharing this video from Muscat. Sir, you have contributed to various professional bodies and occupied key positions in various associations. So something about that.
I've been a past secretary and past president of IMA Solapur, and past president of Solapur Surgical Society also. I was the founder president of Solapur Orthopedic Society, founder president of NAILS, National Association of Interlocking Surgeons, a subspecialty of IOA formed by ourselves. Past secretary and past president of Maharashtra Orthopedic Association, in short MOA. I've been a past president of Bangalore Orthopedic Society, where I worked for about 5 years. And I've been a life member in various bodies like IOA, Asami, IAS, ASSI, Pune Orthopedic Association, etc. I've contributed.
Sorry, sir, I would like to interrupt you again.
Sorry, yeah.
I have got a message from Dr. B.S. Birazdar, who works with you in Indian Medical Association, Solapur. He says, I have had the good fortune to be associated with Dr. V.M. Iyer one of the renowned orthopedic surgeon of Sholapur. We also worked together with him as president and myself as a secretary of IMA Sholapur. It was inspiring to see him always punctual, disciplined, with clarity of thought. He always shouldered all his responsibilities with equal ease, both in thick and thin. It was indeed a memorable experience. We have still managed to stay in touch, and I am grateful to him for this acquaintance. So this is Dr. B.S. Birazda, our next legend, sir. Please continue, sir.
See, I have also contributed papers and chapters in the book on orthopedics by Professor G.S. Kulkarni. Then I've written a whole section on interlocking nailing in the book by Dr. John Ebenezer, Step-by-Step Operative Orthopedics. I've been also a co-editor of the book on talipes equinovarus by Professor B.B. Joshi. These are my contribution of the literature.
Okay. So you are the founder president of NAILS. How this NAILS association was formed?
The image intensifier with television monitor, in short called as IITV. It was not available very freely in the 1980s. It is a very important necessity for lock nailing, which was becoming common then. Myself and Shiva had devised a technique by which we could do lock nailing without IITV. This we propagated by way of workshops arranged all over India. These are the various workshops at Nagpur, Bilaspur, at Pune Hospital, Panji, Goa, and at Chandigarh. This was a hit everywhere because of the economy and safety. So we officially formed this NAILS, that is National Association of Interlocking Surgeons at Indore, with me as the president and Dr. Verma and Shiva as secretaries. From then, we used to have an annual meeting, which is called as NAILSCon, that means NAILS Conference, at different places. Within a few years, it was accepted as a subspecialty of the parent body, Indian Orthopedic Association. During the national conferences, the hall presenting NAILS subspecialty used to be much full than compared to other halls. This is with Rajat Verma at Agra NAILSCon. And of course, and also at Calcutta, NAILSCon was there. Yeah, that way, NAILSCon has been being conducted every year. Even now, it's being conducted.
I think it was conducted in Sholapur also recently. Yeah.
Yeah. It was also.
2016.
NAILSCon was conducted at Sholapur as recently as 2016.
Yeah. Sir, you have received felicitations from various academic bodies up till now. So little about that, sir.
Okay. Felicitations to the various accommodations, starting from even our own SOS, Sholapur Orthopedic Society, after a talk. Then Lifetime Achievement Award from Sancheti Institute, Pune. Then felicitation by Bangalore Orthopedic Society. Then felicitation by Maharashtra Orthopedic Association along with a citation. And felicitation by the Geriatric Orthopedic Society at Bangalore. And finally, felicitation by NAILS, that means National Association of Interlocking Surgeons, in 2016 when we held that meeting in Sholapur by Professor Lard.
That's great. We are really proud of you, sir. I know you were an active Rotarian and have done a lot of social work at civil hospital as well as through Rotary. So tell us something about that.
See, my social work was mainly polio work. I could divide it into three parts. One was camps held on behalf of the Rotary Club in various districts of Sholapur during my civil tenure. I must mention the efforts taken by the then civil surgeon Dr. Hoshing to arrange these camps along with the cataract camps. The second was the OPD on Tuesdays at Hutatma Smarak, Ashok Chowk. I used to conduct an OPD on my off day at Hutatma Smarak for polio patients, where my students also attended. Advice regarding physiotherapy, crutches, calipers, and surgery were given. Surgery, when necessary, was performed at civil hospitals. And even these appliances like crutches, calipers, and could be, they were donated by public and they were given away at a public function. Here you can see Mrs. Malgonda, who was the MLA at that time. You can see Dr. Varirkar also. The third part of my polio work was by Rotary International, who used to arrange diagnostic and surgical camps at different places in MP and UP. I took part in a number of such camps. At times, I had to take my own anesthetics also. You can see this camp there, polio camp here. That is surgery being done. Actually.
Yeah, sir, I joined back.
Okay, yes.
Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you, yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, Dr. Sanjeev Bhandari, who is an executive body member of MOA,
Right.
and yet another student of yours,
Yeah.
he has sent us a video.
Giving me an opportunity to Thank you, Sachin, for giving me an opportunity to express my gratitude to my beloved teacher, Dr. V.M. Iyer, sir. जेव्हा आम्ही विद्यार्थी होतो आणि ऑर्थोपेडिक डिपार्टमेंटला होतो, म्हणजे अंदाजे 1980 ते 85च्या दरम्यानचा कालावधी, त्यावेळी अय्यर सर अत्यंत शिस्तप्रिय व कडक स्वभावाचे असल्यामुळे प्रसिद्ध होते. मला अजून आठवतं, अशोक पाटील किंवा शेखर चिडूकर हे त्यांचे सिनियर विद्यार्थीसुद्धा त्यांच्यासमोर जाऊन काही बोलायचं म्हटलं तर खूप विचार करायचे, खूप घाबरायचे. एवढ्या कडक शिस्तीचे अय्यर सर मागून मी 2005-2006 साली जेव्हा त्यांच्याबरोबर महाराष्ट्र ऑर्थोपेडिक असोसिएशनच्या एक्झिक्युटिव्ह बॉडीमध्ये काम केलं, ते त्यावेळी प्रेसिडेंट होते आणि मी एक्झिक्युटिव्ह कमिटी मेंबर होतो. आणि आम्ही दोघं मिळून अनेक एक्झिक्युटिव्ह कमिटीच्या मिटिंग्सना एकत्र जायचो. त्यावेळी न राहून मी सरांना म्हणालो की सर, तुम्ही आधी एवढे कडक शिस्तीचे होते आणि सगळे विद्यार्थ्यांमध्ये तुमचा दरारा होता, पण आजकाल अनेक वेळा मी असं बघतो की तुम्ही कोणी काही बोललं तर काही जास्त बोलत नाही. तर ते मला हसून म्हणाला, रे संजीव, त्यावेळी माझ्या हातात अधिकार होते, माझी काही पोझिशन होती आणि त्यामुळे विद्यार्थी माझं ऐकणं स्वाभाविक होतं. पण आज जर मी पुन्हा तसाच दरारा दाखवायला गेलो किंवा कोणाला काही बोललो तर त्यांना ते आवडणार नाही आणि माझा एक प्रकारे अपमान झाल्यासारखंच होईल. काळाप्रमाणे माणसाला बदलावंच लागतं आणि मला खरोखर पटलं ते म्हणाले. ते ऑर्थोपेडिकला अगदी डिव्होटेड होते आणि त्यांनी अनेक विद्यार्थ्यांना स्टेट आणि नॅशनल लेवलच्या कॉन्फरन्सेसमध्ये किंवा कुठल्या इतर कार्यक्रमामध्ये प्रेझेंटेशन करण्यासाठी नेहमीच उद्युक्त केले. आणि जरी एक 10-15 वर्षाखाली ते ॲक्टिव्ह प्रॅक्टिसमधून रिटायर झाले, तरीसुद्धा अजूनही ते आमच्या प्रत्येक मिटिंगमध्ये हिरिरीने आणि उत्साहाने भाग घेत असतात. त्यांचा उत्साह तसा इतर गोष्टीतही मानण्यासारखा आहे, अगदी तरुणांना लाजवण्यासारखा आहे. मला अजून एक घटना फार छान आठवते, ती म्हणजे मी IMAचा प्रेसिडेंट असताना आम्ही लेह लडाखच्या ट्रिपला गेलेलो होतो आणि अय्यर सर आणि मॅडम पण आमच्याबरोबर आलेल्या होत्या. तिथं झंस्कार नदीच्या 25 किलोमीटर लांबीच्या व्हाईट वॉटर रिव्हर राफ्टिंगसाठी अय्यर सर तयार होऊन उभं राहिले, पण तो माणूस त्यांना घ्यायला तयार नव्हता. म्हटलं, तुमचं वय खूप आहे. त्यावेळी सांगतो मला असं वाटतं 78 ते 80 तरी असेल. ते म्हणाले, नाही, तुम्हाला एवढ्या वयामध्ये आम्ही अलाउ करणार नाही राफ्टिंग करायला. अय्यर सर म्हटले, काही काळजी करू नका, मी बॉन्ड पेपर तुम्हाला लिहून देतो की मला काही झालं तरी त्याची पूर्णपणे जबाबदारी माझी आहे, पण मी राफ्टिंग करणार म्हणजे करणार. शेवटी तो माणूस अवाक झाला आणि त्यांनी सरांना राफ्टिंग करायला परवानगी दिली. अगदी अशीच घटना इव्हन अंदमान निकोबारच्या IMA ट्रिपमध्ये पण झाली होती, जेव्हा स्कुबा डायव्हिंग करण्यासाठी सर्वात पहिले बाकीचे सगळे जरा घाबरत होते, कोणाला ते आधी जाऊन दे मग आपण बघू म्हणत होते. अय्यर सर सगळ्यात आधी, त्यावेळेस तो त्याचं वय जवळजवळ 74-75 होतं. त्यावेळी ते अंगात तो स्कुबा डायव्हिंगचा ड्रेस घालून उभं राहिला आणि म्हणजे मी सगळ्यात पहिले स्कुबा डायव्हिंग मी करणार. आणि ते बघून आम्हालाच आमची लाज वाटली. तर अशा या आमच्या सर्वांच्या प्रिय अय्यर सरांचा आज मेडिकल लिजंड्स ऑफ सोलापूरमध्ये तू जो बहुमान केलेला आहेस, त्याबद्दल मी तुला पुन्हा एकदा धन्यवाद देतो. थँक्यू.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Sir, everyone knows you as a very jolly person. You do enjoy company of everyone, both old as well as young. I heard that at the age of 79, you completed all the daredevil adventures at Sahas in Ramoji Film City. So let us know something about that.
Of course, I do enjoy outings, especially with my own students. Earlier, it was the department get together where once a month the whole department used to have a dinner outside. This brought the residents closer to the bosses. The fear of the boss was gone. Later on, it was outings either personal or on behalf of the society. In one such outing to Ramoji Film City, there was a challenge to complete a hurdle item in the Sahas. I took it up and completed it. That was what Bandari was saying. Then again, I made a trip to Leh Ladakh, where I had to do freshwater rafting. That was also told by Bandari. It was a great trouble to convince the person concerned to allow me to do in the rafting. Then, of course, 2 years ago, we had gone to Andamans, where I did a sea walk and scuba diving, etc. One of the past students had invited us to his farm in Pune, Dr. Barve. You can see our association there, sitting in his house.
Sir, let me congratulate you. The Aiyar Orthopedic Center is completing 40 years tomorrow, that is 24th August. So we'd like to know something more about IOC.
This is the Aiyar Orthopedic Center which you see here, which I built 14 years after settling in Solapur in 1980. At that time, it was a big hospital catering only to orthopedic patients. The inauguration was on 24th of August. I'll be completing 40 years tomorrow. It is now being managed ably by Shiva since I have more or less retired. The IITV with Siam, the orthopedic surgeon's necessity, it was purchased first in Solapur by me in 1988.
So my hearty congratulations to you as well as Shiva, sir. Sir, one of your students has worked as the youngest president of Maharashtra Orthopedic Association, and again now is one of the youngest president-elect of Indian Orthopedic Association. He is none other than your son-in-law, Dr. B. Shivshankar. So may I request Sandeep to please play Dr. Shivshankar's video.
Hello everybody. It's my great pleasure to talk about my teacher, mentor, my philosopher and my guide, Dr. Vishwanath Iyer, in this today's webinar. Thank you Sachin Jamma for this opportunity given to me. Friends, Dr. Iyer used to finish his private operative cases between 5 and 8 in the morning and used to come to the orthopedic department at 8, and he used to work either in the OPD or in the OT up to 2 in the afternoon. Again, on Tuesdays and Fridays, we used to have PG clinical meeting in the night, which used to start at 8 in the night, and many a time it used to go beyond 12 in the midnight. Because of the selfless services Dr. Iyer and Dr. Daga have given in the Department of Orthopedic, though both of them were honorary private practitioners working, but they were probably working more than a full-timer. Because of these two great people, over 200 students of Dr. Iyer and Dr. Daga are benefited. All of them are doing well, who are settled now across the globe. Friends, Dr. Iyer used to attend workshops elsewhere, learn new technique and bring them to Solapur and start doing in our civil hospital. During my own tenure, I have seen him conducting arthroscopy workshops, doing arthroscopy surgery in civil hospital. We started BB Joshi's external fixator. We also started Elizero ring fixator, Steffi plate fixation. So many things, newer things were started because of the interest he had to learn newer techniques and bring them to Solapur. We were given free hand to operate on many of the complicated cases under Dr. Iyer, And because of the wide exposure we got in operating so many complicated cases at civil hospital, all of us are confident in our private practice to operate on any of the fracture without any difficulties. Friends, the residents who have passed their post-graduation from VM Medical College never required to go again and work in another institution to get surgical work practice, or what we normally call as cutting. So because we were exposed to so many wide varieties of surgeries, either it could be arthroscopy, either it could be cervical spine, lumbar spine, hip replacement, so many varieties of surgeries, all were being done in the Department of Orthopedics. I thank Dr. Iyer for everything he has given in our life, and I wish him health and wealth in the coming years. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shiva. Actually, our program would have been incomplete without your compliments to Iyer sir. I think Sandeep, you will have to check your own bandwidth. There's some problem with the bandwidth. That's why the videos are not playing that. Sir, you have witnessed orthopedics since last 6 decades. Are there any drastic changes seen in orthopedics in last 60 years, sir?
Yes, Sachin, definitely. See, certain diseases which were rampant at that time when I was practicing is now very rarely we see. For example, tuberculosis spine with cold abscess, the rare sight nowadays. Pyoarthrosis, flail joints which are sequelae of septic arthritis are also very rare. And osteomyelitis, which is hematogenous, which used to be quite common at that time, is no more seen nowadays because of the improvement in the nutrition and also availability of antibiotics. Now what we see of osteomyelitis is only iatrogenic, that is post-surgery. Similarly, the techniques also have changed. Simple K-nailing, which we used to do earlier, even when I had gone to Germany at that time, and now has become lock nailing, both in femur and tibia. SP nail for transcervical fracture is history now. Similarly, SP pin and plate and Jewett nail plate, etc., is all replaced by proximal femoral nail. So such techniques, changing techniques, and we got to get adjusted to such. Yes.
So there is a compliment to you from Dr. Rajendra Agrawal, who happens to be past president of IMA. ते म्हणतात, मी लहानपणी खूप धडपडायचो आणि दरवर्षी एकदा तरी मी आयर सरांना डॉक्टर म्हणून भेटायचो. तर त्यानंतर मी सरांना ऑर्थोपेडिक सर्जन म्हणून, टीचर म्हणून खूप जवळून पाहिलेलं आहे आणि माझ्या त्यांना शुभेच्छा. दिस वॉज डॉक्टर राजेंद्र अग्रवाल. सर, I remember you as a workaholic surgeon. You have retired from active practice almost 10 years now. How do you keep yourself busy at present?
See, about my spare time, how do I spend it? There are a lot of WhatsApp postings on 5 auto groups where I respond occasionally. There are 3 family groups and many individuals. It takes easily about 2 hours. And this WhatsApp is only recent. Much earlier, in the about 10, 20 years ago, we had one website called as India.org, where members from all over the world were members. And they used to put their cases on the site with very clear clinical picture and ask for advice. Or sometimes they used to do something extraordinary and they used to exhibit it there. So this is become much less now with the onset of WhatsApp groups. Then yoga 1 hour in the morning I spend, prayers in the evening 1 hour, and at TV 1 hour at night I make it a point to see some pictures. And reading newspaper, English novels. So this way the whole time goes away very easily.
That's wonderful, sir. Shiva is trying to, I think, share the screen. Hello, Shiva?
Yes.
The sharing of screen is not done.
He is here. Dr. Shivashankar is here.
I think I should continue.
Yes.
So one should learn from you, sir, how to lead the retired life. I'm sure there are many more things we can learn from you, sir. But what is more important is all the students, the younger generation especially, is eager to listen to your advice, sir.
See, now my advice would be, especially for the new surgeons who are very fond of surgery. First of all, examination of the patient. Win the confidence of the patient by cordial conversation and actual physical examination. Actually, you must actually test the patient and let him feel that you have examined him and not just writing the X-ray or investigation. Similarly, when you suggest any surgery, you must understand that that should be the final surgery. Explain all the pros and cons in his own language and never give any sort of guarantee. This is my advice to all my younger colleagues.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Birazdar. And IMA President, Dr. Raichu, and Dr. Sachin Chamma, and JB Chemicals and Pharmaceuticals, and all my students who spoke some kind words about me. Thank you very much. And
Thank you, sir. It was a great. Thank you, sir. It was a great experience talking to you today again. So thanks for joining us today. And friends, let me remind that next time we are talking to Dr. V.S. Birazdar as a medical legend of Solapur. Same place, same time. Till then, sir, wish you all the health and happiness in your future life. Thank you. Thank you very much.
thank you. Bye.